I think the Saints have the best fans in the world, but something we have to figure out as a fan base is why we get so obsessed with it's either one quarterback or nothing, right? We are allowed to want multiple quarterbacks on the roster to succeed. I mean, we're seeing it right now with Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler and Jay Kaner to a degree. I think the answer is that like we are just so starved of quality quarterback play post Drew Brees that we are in some kind of quarterback psychosis right now. Because if you go back to when Drew retired, well, then it was okay, Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill. You had fans of both guys, and it was like you weren't allowed to be fans of both. You weren't allowed to just want both to succeed. So you had your group that wanted Taysom to start. You had your group that wanted Jameis to start. When Jameis would throw an interception, here they come. They're calling for Taysom, right? And the same thing when Taysom would be in a game. He messes up, and it's like, okay, this is why he sucks. Let's move on to the next guy to call for. And same thing happened when you had Andy Dalton come in. And Jameis was still there. One guy messes up, you're calling for the other guy to come in, and it's like what is wrong with just wanting both people to succeed? And that goes on and on and on. It went on with Derek Carr and Jameis Winston. Every time Derek Carr would have a bad game, people would call for Jameis Winston. And now we're seeing it with Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler. It's like the dude, like Spencer Rattler has his fans, has his cult like following, and he also has his haters. And it's like, okay, well, you can't judge him off of what he did on the field last year, really, because there just wasn't enough around him for a rookie to be successful whatsoever. But at the same time, there's also a side that has just like crowned him as the next best thing. And that brings me to like the Tyler Shuck thing. It's like, okay, we're 2 weeks into this guy's professional career, and every time he makes a bad throw in training camp in the end of July, beginning of August, mind you, people are going nuts. They're like, they act like that's it. He's a bust. It's over. He sucks. That's it. He's not going to be good because he threw a couple picks in training camp. And it's like, or like, what are we doing? Like we got to decide, like, are you a New Orleans Saints fan, or are you a fan of an individual Saints player? Because like, whether you like it or not, the Saints drafted this kid. Like, so be a fan of the team. Like, you should want the kid to succeed because he, like I said, he is here. He is on the team under contract. So just let him develop. Like, instead of, and what's happening now with Tyler Shuck is it's people taking the low hanging fruit. They see he throws a pick and interception. They get a chance to get online and say, see, told you so. Should have drafted Shador. It's like, bro, Shador isn't even getting first team reps on a team that drafted a quarterback in the same draft before him. And they have a quarterback situation probably just as bad as the Saints do, okay? And he's not getting QB1 reps in training camp over there. So the Shador stuff is so played out, right? But like, it's just insane. Like, some of the reactions, like if you look, like right here, like Nick Underhill earlier, Shuck is taking first team reps. That's literally all he says. He's taking first team reps. Look at some of the replies. This is disappointing, right? This guy is speaking the truth. People way overreacting to a couple of training camp plays is so on brand for our fan base. While Shador is QB4 and the league is disgusting, passed on Shador for Tyler Shuck. Like, these are just replies to him saying he's taking first team reps, right? And you go to like over here where he threw a pick today and he had a near pick, and it's like, Kellen Moore is going to hell. Bro's out there throwing grilled cheese with tomato soup on the side. Wasted a second round pick on an aging practice squad player. Yeah, we wasted a pick. Yeah, here we are, August 5th, and we wasted the pick because we totally know that, right? Because the Saints were going to do special things if they would have drafted Mason Taylor instead with that 40th overall pick. Like, come on, dude. Like, it's just insane. It's like, why can't you want him to succeed? Like, if you're a Spencer Rattler guy, why can't you also want Tyler Shuck to develop? You know what I mean? It's just so stupid. They didn't draft Sanders because he would have won enough games to keep them from drafting Arch. Right. Because he totally won a ton of games last year with a loaded offense. I can't watch him go out like this. He's not going out anywhere. He's just coming in. Pick any practice, any team, and any quarterback, and you'll see this. Yeah, exactly. This is why you practice. Exactly. Training camp is to throw interceptions, to learn from the mistakes. It's just embarrassing. Like it is embarrassing. The guy makes a bad play, and the fan base freaks out like it's all over. Or like I said, they grab that low hanging fruit, and they didn't like the pick to begin with, and so they use any little negative thing that he does to justify why they think they were right. You don't know that. He hasn't done nothing on a football field yet. Period. Right? It's just stupid. Like, look at these replies. Like, people just straight overreacting to a training camp. It just, like, we have to decide here: are we going to support him or not? You know, like, are you a Saints fan, or are you a fan of a specific player? Because it sure seems like a lot of us are fans of specific players rather than just supporting the team, right? Like, and like, if you go to like, I'm not even going to pull it up because it's just embarrassing. But if you go to like Tyler Shuck's Instagram comments, it's like so bad, it's embarrassing. Right. And this isn't like a Derek Carr situation where, he was so unlikable and some of the stuff he did and said in conferences and throwing guys under the bus. Shuck has literally done the opposite of that. He has came in, embraced the city, and he's just rewarded with it by people constantly already calling him a bust online, or talking like, it's insane to me, right? It's like, if you go look at any, if you come across any clip of any, his training camp clips of him like throwing a pick or throwing a bad pass or something, and you look at the comments, it's like it's the brain dead. They are brain dead comments. It's like, should have drafted Shador, should have drafted Shador. Oh, we passed on Shador for this. And it's just like so tiring, dude. And it's people that I guarantee you have not watched more than 5 clips of this guy's college career. And those 5 clips are the one that just happened to go viral because for whatever reason, right? Like, it's just people that don't know what they're watching, or haven't watched it all, or didn't like the pick to begin with. And like I said before, they're taking any low hanging fruit they can to try and justify why they think they were right in August, before a preseason game, mind you. The Saints have not even stepped on the field for a preseason game. I don't know. Like I said, Saints, some of the best fans in the world. But right now, this weird cult like obsession that has been going on for years and years and years with these mid quarterbacks that seem to develop is just weird. It's like you have to pick a side. And it's like, why? Why? Chances are, if we're being 100% honest, they both will suck. That's the highest chance. But I don't know. I hope both guys succeed. Right now, it looks like Rattler's in the lead, and I hope he succeeds. I hope he takes that next step. But guess what? Now, don't let this blow your mind. I also want Tyler Shuck to succeed. See how that works? I can want them both to succeed. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace.